Hi there. Today I'm going to share with you the water storage and food cook system that I'm going to be using on my AT thru hike. I'm Lori. Welcome to Lori Goes Hiking, and I am back today with another video related to my thru hike. I am bringing what I normally bring on section hikes, and that is a 1 liter smart water bottle with a sports cap, the 2 liter Canuck Vecto water bladder, a 1/2 liter Hydro Pack collapsible water bottle, and the Sawyer squeeze filter. These give me a total carry capacity of 3.5 liters. Sections of the AT can be dry, but for the most part there's plenty of water, so 3.5 is more than enough capacity. The longest section I've had to do without a source was 13 miles. What is wrong with me? I just drank some water and of course spilt it. Hi, baby. So the water bladder is used to collect dirty water directly from the stream. This comes off. I always choose the wrong end. And then the wide mouth goes in the stream to collect the water. If it is just a trickle, I don't bother with the top, since for some reason it is always a struggle for me. I just open this and collect it from this small area. I mean, if it's a trickle, it's going to take time anyway. So then when I get back to the shelter or my tent, I attach the filter. And it says flow. You can see which way the flow should go. We're going this way. And I bought this adapter so that I could do gravity filtering. I attach an empty smart water bottle. This one has water in it because I just filled it, and then you find a nail in the shelter or a strong tree branch, and it just hangs. It trickles out of here. I can do other chores while it filters. Another reason that I like this system is when I go, 4 or 5 days without a shower, I can do a little camp shower. Not at the shelter or the water source, away from both. I find a strong tree branch and hang this on it, and then the water just trickles out of here. Like, it's really just a tiny stream, but then I can wash my arms and face and feet with a little unscented Dr. Bronner's soap. Look at that cute boy laying in the sun. It is late December and 70 degrees today. It's a beautiful day. The collapsible water bottle is where I drink my electrolytes from and my coffee, which I drink cold. So this stays in my shoulder pocket on my pack, and I tend to drink more with it here than stopping to get my water bottles out from the side pockets. So this stays here. I drink my morning coffee. I actually have 2 of those, one when I wake up and then another around 10. And then after lunch, I put electrolytes in here. And having the scented drink items in here, I put this with my food when I hang it at night. If I put it in here, I wouldn't be able to keep this with me. I like to have water with me in the tent. So this stays with no smell, except for my hands touching it, but nothing inside of it has a smell. And I put this up with my food. I wanted to show you how much it collapses. So when I drink it, it gets this tiny, like right here. And then I just, you just open it here and refill it. It's got a pretty wide mouth too. And this bite valve I've already had to replace twice because I tend to, I break all the caps off of my pens, like a nervous energy. So I tend to like bite these too. And the reason that I have a sports cap on the smart water bottle is it does make it easy to drink, but this also acts as a way to back flush the filter. Instead of having to bring the thing that came with the Sawyer filter to back flush it, I can just run this through it the opposite direction of the flow, and it cleans it out pretty good. Oh, I also have a black sports cap because most of them are blue. So I took my friend Sherry's advice. She did this on our last trip. Get a different colored one, and the chances that someone will take your water bottle by accident are reduced. My cook system when I start is going to be this pot with a lid, stove, windscreen, fuel, spork, and an insulated food bag. My pot is the Toaks 550 milliliter with handles and a lid. And inside of it, I will keep the fuel canister, fits perfectly. And I will also have a lighter. I want to bring a Bic Mini. Tell me please where you guys find the mini Bic lighters. I only have ever in 10 years brought a normal size lighter. I would love to bring the mini because the only reason I would ever use it is if my stove didn't light. It's only ever done that once when it got wet, but it has a self-igniter button, which I've had this for 10 years and it works perfectly. I'm not gonna buy a new stove until it breaks. I may bring the windscreen. I've only brought it once on all of my trips. I just find a protected place to use my stove. You want to block the wind to conserve fuels, you know, so it works better. This is the full-sized Sea to Summit spork. I've had this for about 8 years. I sometimes just bring a plastic spoon, but this helps to get into the bottom of the backpacking meals. They're kind of deep, and with a regular spoon, your hand's down here getting in the food, and that's not really fun. So after I pour the boiling water into my food bag, I will put it into a bag like this. This one I made, but I'm gonna be using the Big Sky small bag. You put it inside, close it up, and then you let it sit to rehydrate for as long as the directions say. But this will keep the food warm while it's rehydrating. This and the one that I'm actually bringing, they are enough to rehydrate a 1-quart liter bag. They're about 8 by 8 inches wide and tall. But I have never eaten a full 2-person meal. I always divide them in half. And by the time I actually start getting hungry, it's called hiker hunger, I'm going to change my cook system. When the nighttime temperatures are routinely above 40 degrees, I'm sending all of that home. I prefer to cold soak, and that doesn't involve a stove. It is a cold soaking container. This is a Talenti jar and a spoon, and that's it. I don't like carrying all the weight of a stove. I'll do it when it's, you know, freezing or below, just for that hot meal or maybe to heat up my coffee or tea. But I cook at home. I do not want to do any more chores than I have to on trail, and that includes just boiling water. I just want to put my food in here, let it rehydrate, and eat it. The only Talenti jar you're ever going to see me with is Mediterranean mint. I throw them out after section hikes, and then I'm like, oh darn, I have to buy another one for the next trip. This is like Oreos to me. I will, if I have Oreos, I'll eat a whole sleeve at once. Same with Thin Mints. If I have this in the house, I'm eating the whole container. This is not one serving, but to me it's one serving. It's obscene. The whole thing is 900 calories. There's a thing called the half-gallon challenge halfway through the Appalachian Trail, and you eat a half gallon of ice cream, and I think it's an hour. I've looked at the type of ice cream. I can't do it because it has corn in it, but if it was this, I would win. My food is going to be stored in this Zpacks bag. It is the large size, and it's made out of Dyneema. And inside of that, I'm going to put this OPSAC bag. It is an odor-proof bag. It is the 12 by 20 size. It reduces odors and helps keep my food bag clean. And inside of this, I am keeping the rock bag. and 50 feet of Zpacks reflective orange line. I lost the green sack that came with this because it looks a lot like the ground and the trees. So when I reordered the sack, I ordered it in blue so I could see it better. Some shelters on the AT have food storage bins, cables, or hooks that you can hang your food on to keep it away from critters and bears. But if there's not, you have to hang your food in a tree. So before it gets dark, I find a rock and put it in that little bag, and then I tie the string to the bag, throw it over a branch, and I just get it set up for later that when it's dark, I don't have to do this in the dark. So I go eat my dinner, and then when I'm all done, I go back and I hang the bag onto the line. Bears have been known to get bags hung in trees, even the PCT style. But if there is a good branch, I do a very good bear hang. Sometimes I feel like I have created fire. I strut around like, yeah, I did that. I am very passionate about properly storing food and anything that has a scent. Bears are opportunistic and have an incredible sense of smell. That's why I add the OPSAC odor barrier bag. It can reduce smells by 1,000 times. Storing smellable items away from bears protects me and them. It prevents them from being habituated to human food, which can cause aggressive behavior towards humans. Using a bear canister would ensure that a bear could not get my food, but they are heavy. I have the BV 450, and it weighs 2 pounds, empty. I have brought it before in sections where bears were known to be active. One time a bear did get it from where I stuck it. It unwedged it in the morning. I heard this thump, thump, thumping. My canister rolled down the hill and stopped right at the shelter. Luckily, there was a beam that stopped it. I stared at it and wondered what in the world just happened. I went out and got it, brought it back in, and then within a minute, the bear was standing there at the entrance to the shelter, wondering where the canister went. The bear did leave, but I have an amazing souvenir on my bear canister. If you have any questions about the gear that I have mentioned so far, leave me a comment. I'll be doing a video soon with all of the gear that I'm bringing. In the meantime, if you want to see what I brought on my last trip, that will be down in the description as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.